Hello, my friend Stevie B here. Hope you guys are doing well. It is a beautiful day today. It is absolutely roasting in the studio right now. And yeah, I've got another sort of, off the cuff video for you guys today. I don't really have anything planned, but I've got a few new toys that some really nice folks have sent me, asked me to review. Lately, I've been feeling kind of like, I don't know if I want to review it, if I'm not that stoked on it. I've been turning down a lot of stuff for lack of stoke, I guess. But every now and then, something really gets me excited. And today, we're going to talk about this thing, Folds by Void and Vista. So Folds is kind of like a hybrid vocal synth library, tons of character, really, really cool. I got an ad for it on Instagram, funny enough, and I was intrigued. Right around the same time, they sent me a copy of it and they were like, hey, you want to check this out? And I said, sure. And that was quite a while ago. So I feel bad that I haven't gotten around to properly reviewing it yet, because it does deserve a review. It's really, really cool. I don't have any libraries quite like it. We'll see if it passes the writing test. We'll see if I can make use of it. And I don't really know what I'm going to come up with. This is totally improvised, but I'm thinking something like this could be really, really powerful for cinematic composing. If we're doing trailer intros, say, even tension cues. So let's put it to work. Let's see what happens. I think what I want to do before I dig into this actually is kind of set up the canvas. We're going to set up a mood behind it. I can already think of a handful of libraries that would work really well with this. So let's say we lean into the trailer thing. If I was writing a trailer track, normally I wouldn't start with the intro. I'd actually probably start with the most climactic section and work my way backwards. That's just how I do it. But anyway, let's just go ahead and set something up. I'm going to pull up an instance of Devastator. This is always a good idea starter. We'll use the Breakout Pro library. And let's maybe start with a signal and signatures loop. Something like this, maybe. So I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to throw the idea down. Here we go. Something that I don't use hardly enough, but I think could really work well for this is the Dark Zebra. So maybe a simple, just pulse like this. It's a patch called Army Base 1. That should work. Let's just throw that down. Here we go. Okay, cool. Going to quantize that, and let's copy that out. And sometimes I like to double up the pulses. Let's do a bit of layering and pull up another instance of Devastator. There's a lot of really great pulses in the Devastator library, especially the Warzone. Classic Pulse 1. Something like this could be cool. Really intense. Let's try that. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Let's maybe duplicate our Dark Zebra and see what else we can grab from that. Maybe something like this. I love this batch. It's called Alternator Flute. Let's use that. Just a bit of melodic texture. It's gonna be nice. Here we go. Perfect. So it's that easy. I've got a few layers that I threw together here. We got some vibe. It's a nice backdrop to test the Folds library. So we've got a bunch of presets to mess with, which I love. Let's see what we've got under designed. Also, I really like that these aren't all just pads. There's some keys patches in here, some bass. That's really cool. Let's maybe start with the keys patch. Let's try Afterlife, the first one here. What does this sound like? Oh, that's so cool. I'm just going to throw that right down on the track. Here we go. There's nothing that grabs you quite like vocals. The cool thing about this is that I don't feel like I'm playing a choral VST. It feels like a synth with this really unique texture to it. It sort of reminds me of Exhale by Output, but way cooler, way vibier. Okay, so let me just rename this patch and I'll just duplicate that, see what else we got. So maybe I'll try something from the textures menu. Let's, I don't know, randomly try Dusty Voicescape. That sounds cool. That's pretty cool. Some gnarly, bit crushed digital distortion in there. Sounds like the noise I get from my old 80s Yamaha. So that noise is cool. I'm just looking at the back end here. I can actually control that with the character knob. So I'm gonna bring that down. I'll leave a bit in there though. Cool. Let's throw this down. What is going on here? We only got five, 6 layers, and we are in Vibe Town already. It sounds so cool. Let me just change this patch name real quick. Dusty Voicescape. Okay, cool. We're on a roll. So I'm going to copy that out and duplicate again. Let's keep going. I want to see what else we got in the keys folder. Let's pick one at random here. In Pieces. Okay, what does this sound like? Whoa. There's some pretty gritty noise in there. I think that's probably, again, maybe a character thing I could take down a little bit. It's a little bit insane. Nope, that's actually baked in there. Change our effect maybe from taped to, I don't know, haunt. Okay, so that has like a harmonizing effect. It's not quite what we want. Let me try one more. Coded. I love how changing the effects just completely alters the sound. Mess with the filter a bit, take off that brightness. Okay, bring the overall volume down a little bit. And I'm just gonna follow the melody that we sort of got in there from our last Dusty Voicescape. And I'll just remember to change the patch name before I forget. So this one's called In Pieces. Let's record it. Here we go. Just continuing to add maximum vibe to this, whatever it is, trailer intro, I guess. So I just pressed pause and started exploring some more patches here and found this one called Bloom and Marvelous, which is under Designed and Voices. And something like this would be really, really useful for like a rising kind of effect or like a transition of some kind. It sounds like this. So let's record this on its own. I'll just solo it, then I'm going to bounce it down to audio. Let's get rid of that. Let's say we move the start time back here a little in Logic, and we'll try something like this. Let's draw in a little fade here, and we'll fade it out too. So now we got kind of like a rising thing before we start. So we'll just call this like swell. And maybe we'll also throw in some kind of like cymbal transition, even like a Brahm here would be cool. Let me dig around for something here. Okay, so I added a few transition samples, simple swells. We got a Brahm sample here and like a sub hit. Check this out. Sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll throw a few more ideas at it. Like I'm thinking string staccatos, some light percussion. And then I'm probably going to just have to save this idea and work on it later because I'm actually roasting to death here. It's way too hot. I have not set up my air conditioner yet. So for string spiccatos, I'm thinking something like this. Maybe some light percussive toms, also using Colossus here. And I don't know, maybe I'll layer that up with something from Damage 2. Need a little bit more guts from that percussion. I don't think Colossus is going to cut it. And also, quick tip for spiccatos and like percussion, like you're just hearing. What I tend to usually do is just like highlight all of it. And as you can see, it's quantized. When I hit quantize, it's 100% by default, but usually if I'm in Logic here, what I'll do is I'll humanize certain things later, like specifically orchestral percussion and the spiccatos. They are generally always humanized later, somewhere between 15 and 20. Just kind of loosen it up, make it feel more organic and natural. I don't randomize the length or the velocity, just the position on the grid. So let's try 18, see what happens. Let's give it a listen. What do we got so far? Very, very cool. By the way, that sub hit and Brahm that you're hearing is from the Aurora sample pack from Ava Music and the Aversion pack. Quantum, Aversion, and Aurora, 3 of the best sample packs straight up for trailer music. I use them all the time. If you're interested in any of them, make sure you hit up the affiliate link in the description of this video, and you'll be helping a brother out. Big shout out to the folks at Void and Vista for making an extremely cool, extremely vibey library. I'm definitely going to use this a lot. I really appreciate you guys sending me a copy. They make another product called Strands. I haven't checked this out yet, but I will. If you're interested in learning about how to write trailer music, I do have a course specifically on that subject. It's called Trailer Music Trilogy. I'll link that up above. It'll be down in the description of this video as well. And if you're interested in learning about how to license your music, I have a free course. It's called Intro to Music Licensing. Hit that up. And hopefully I will see you inside the Production Music Academy. Folks, I got to go drink some water. I got to go cool off. I'm roasting alive. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye.